represent Australia on the world stage at the best possible level.
Well, the good news is Din is also representing Australia here with the koala mask yet again, so he's been favouring that one while on stream.
Is he wearing a koala mask, or did something happen? Did he bump his head and he's actually covering something?
Oh, who knows? Or is that a real koala?
Oh, the gloves are off. Oh, he's full power. Oh, he's unleashed his final form.
Yep. All right, so we've got
the gloves are off now.
Shuffling up. Just having a bit of a chat before the game. Looks like they're on friendly terms, so that's nice to see. And yeah, do you think Steel Song has a lot of? I know Steel Song often, or sorry, Amber Steel often has a few problems.
This is the Steel Song version, right?
This is the Steel.
Okay,
if I remember right, yeah, I think so.
So Din's strategy is he's got the Mauis, and he's got McDuck Manners, right? So and he's got Super Groups. I think this is the only unique. These are the particularly unique things about his strategy, right?
Yep.
So Steel Song doesn't play Zeus, right? It does play Zeus.
It does play Zeus.
It does play Zeus.
Yep. So that's a nice weapon against the Maui.
That's good. It's good against Maui. It's also good against the Manners. You can just like take a big chunk of the Manners because they do target locations as well.
Yep.
Straight for a Raging Fire does scale out a bit, so you can reach the levels that you need to be able to damage the half sharks. Yeah. So I think this might be a reasonable matchup. I think this might be a reasonable matchup.
So we got John Silver, Captain's Cook or something. I can't remember the exact text
so he's
on
got,
that one.
Look, he revealed him Chen Po there.
Yep.
And he's looking at the deck list.
Yep.
I think he might not stand a bad chance. I think like Din might have teched maybe a little bit too much against other Ruby Sapphire builds, and maybe Ben's got a fair shot. Like
yeah, I think so. I think if Ben can get some early questing power down in the form of Smee, don't remember if the list runs daisies or not, but yeah, if they can get some of those 2 lore questing cards down early and put a bit of pressure onto Din, then that will force Din to react.
Okay, so how many characters does Din play, right? So that's going to that's going to determine like Daisy's effectiveness, right? So we know he's got four of each Maui, so that's 8 at Maui's.
Yep.
He's probably running 4 T-Pos, 4 Grammatalas.
And then the Super Goofs.
4 Super Goofs, so what's that? That's where immediately up to...
Yeah, we're getting list on screen here. So we got 4 Pirates Life. Wow, Din has gone hard on the Yo-Ho. 3 Talas, 3 Hiram. Only 3 Hirams.
Well, he's only got Popsicles.
He's only got 4 Popsicles, yeah. So that is a bold call. I have not seen any lists cutting Hirams before in Ruby Sapphire. It is a
what does in actuality means is that Din actually doesn't have a lot of draw power.
Yes.
Once he's spent, he needs Maui to refresh. So as long as he's like spent his entire hand, Maui's all he's got left, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And we have seen in some of the other matchups where like Din often didn't have a massive hand. So yeah, that could be it.
And here we've got the Calhouns, we've got the Chempos, Cinderellas. Do we have the dates? So there is Daisy. So I think Daisy is kind of for this matchup. I think the reason you play Daisy
is because the character count is so low. So
quest for 2, character count's low. Yeah, it does a lot of work.
And I think you'd probably be altering for most of your curve. You'd be altering for Maui's, you'd be altering for T-Pos.
Yep.
Which means that there's going to be even lower concentration of characters in your deck.
Yes.
Daisies might miss like 2 or 3 times. I think.
We've seen Daisy looking really good in this matchup earlier.
A game that we saw yesterday where Daisy went 3 times and all
3 in a row. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So like, I think Daisy might not be too bad to like apply pressure. Yep. I don't think you go all in and just focus on pressure, but I think Daisy gets the clock moving, so Din has a much shorter range of time in order to like finish the game. So like if you can Daisy say 3 times, put yourself on 6, that gives you a little bit of breathing room. Once Din starts, putting the McDuck Manners, and you can potentially just ignore the McDuck Manners.
Just try and.
So Ben's version of the deck.
We got the mines in there. We got the
John
docks
Silver.
in there.
He's got Lawrence's. Does he run Robin Hoods?
No, I'm not seeing the Robin.
He runs Chempos instead. So So I wonder how good the Chempos are going to be. Chempos are going to be big satted bodies.
Yeah. So
with the 7. Okay. Yeah. So the 7 willpower means it is still challengeable by Half Shark.
Yep.
But Hero Toll won't be able to take it out in one go.
Yep. So that could be nice because Din's got the B prepares, but apart from that, there's.
Okay. So wait.
only a sort of moderate amount of removal.
Yeah,
and
all
have
right,
we got the
this-
Pete?
this
We've
is-
also got the Pete, so I think that's going to be one of the cards to look out for here
Yeah,
for Ben.
so-
I think if Ben can afford to go wide and then get the Pete down at the right time to prevent the B prep, then they have a really good shot.
Yes. But also, what do you do with the whole new worlds?
There is no whole new worlds in this deck. This is
Oh, that's right.
the
This is
Diggy
that-
version, so relying on the dock for the card draw and the Rapunzel.
okay.
So
All right, so it's not the Steel Storm words, it's the version. All right,
yes,
cool.
yep,
All
that's right.
Cool,
Yep.
yep.
So yeah, I think I would prefer to be playing the Diggy version because it's a bit more aggressive and
But that means he's not running Zeus, right? Yeah, if he's not running, so he doesn't
Yeah, correct.
run.
Yep.
But he is running Rapunzel Tower. Look, if you go Rapunzel Tower on Chempo and you can get the Chempo up, he now becomes he becomes stronger than Maui Half Shark. So yeah, you can protect all your little guys by
Yep.
putting a Chempo on the Rapunzel Tower.
Yep.
And he survives. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, if Ben can manage to curve out, if he can go 1-drop Daisy, 2-drop Smee, 3-drop Lawrence, something like that, that gives them a real shot. So for anyone who doesn't know, Rapunzel's Tower gives an additional 3 willpower to any character that's there. It's a 2-cost location. It costs 1 to move your characters there. So probably not targeted at the traditional
Din
kind of
starting turn
Ruby style.
1, as his right is being seed number 1.
Yes.
Ben going for turn 1 Daisy, inks the Captain Silver.
Yep. So I call that one Potatoes
Actually,
Captain
yeah,
Silver.
the Captain Silver actually very relevant because he can prevent a character from challenging for a
Yeah,
tournament. What
which-
does Maui want to do? He wants to get in there, so yeah, you can stop the Sharks for 1 turn.
And, pretty nice start from both players here. Let's see what Ben's follow-up is.
Tipo, go up to 3. Daisy,
Quest
all
for
right, let's see how lucky he
2.
gets. Popsicle, send it to the bottom, buddy.
Oh, no.
So
And-
Daisy's going to put work in, so that's first 2 law.
And
What's his
probably going to see
follow-up
the Lilo ink and then Mr. Smee. Yep.
Okay,
So
Smee,
this
all right,
is
so
this is a very nice
he's
curve here. for Ben.
ready to push. Okay, cool. And so you go
See
to 4.
Let's see what Din's got. Yeah, like I know as a Ruby Sapphire player, you really, if you can get some bonus cards from the Daisy in your hand, just having those extra 1 or 2 cards to put in your inkwell lets you do a lot more things. It lets you
he
be a
can-
lot more flexible.
I think he probably wants to lean towards
Tala, yep.
yeah, Tala here, get some resources. At least he can contest the board a little bit. There's also an argument for how far will I go, and Tipo
And
just
Tipo
just
challenging.
challenging,
Yep.
putting a
Makes
little
sense.
bit of
Makes
damage
sense.
on both. All right,
Tala
cool.
can challenge the Daisy in the next turn. I think
True,
that's
true.
probably the thinking there. So a lot of players would have quested there. I think I probably would have quested, but I think Din's play makes a lot more sense than that. So
I think that's true. Ben is going to be able to build up a bit of a lead. If he does happen to quest, he bumps up to 6 right now.
Alright,
So
up to 6. That's,
that's
a really
almost
nice
a third of your game plan done
And
there.
another whiff for Din, I think. So
Then he's
and if Ben can curve out here, if he's got like a Lawrence or I saw a Calhoun in hand.
so Din is not running Sisu, so he doesn't have an easy way to wipe a whole bunch of weenies off the board.
And I did see the Pete in Ben's hand here. So Ben might want to just continue to go wide, and then when we get to the be prepared turn, drop the Pete.
Yeah, so like Pete's not relevant this next turn because
Not in this next turn, no, yeah.
So you don't play the Pete this next turn.
But I
Because,
think we'll see them hanging on to that card.
does he have Lilo?
No, that looks like
so
a
it's
Piglet and a
Happy?
Happy. So
Cool. All right. So so Daisy's probably going to get trade away this turn. So
Yep.
Grandma's probably going to go into there. Smee has
Just one damage
one
at the
damage
moment.
marked onto
Yep.
it.
Oh, no, because Piglet's a captain, so
Oh, yeah.
that's the synergy between the Piglet and the
Smee.
Smee with the captain.
Is that
so
the first time this entire weekend
I
where
think
Piglet
that's
has kept Smee out of trouble?
I
Okay.
think so. I think that's the first time we've
All
seen
right,
the
cool. So
Piglet
this
Smee
is
synergy.
5, and so we go
And
Reckless.
Maui
yeah.
here at all. Yep.
Yep.
So nice answers there from Din, but Ben is still looking at questing for 4 next turn. So, and just a quest with the Tipo there.
Yep,
So
+1.
I think Din pretty happy with that turn. I think clearing off 2 characters is pretty nice there.
Ben's not in a too bad position right now, so he just has to put one thing down.
Yep. And then that
Does he have a Rapunzel hand? Because he may want to consider.
sending Piglet
actually,
into the Tipo and then drawing a card, but it doesn't look like
Okay,
it.
Lawrence.
And we
is-
do see the Gantu in hand as well, so yeah, this is a big decision point here for Ben. I think they may consider inking the Pete, or
Does he have, it's one of the cards Calhoun, so he
yeah.
can't.
So there is a Calhoun,
yeah,
so that's going to have to come out
You
sooner
want to
or
ink
later.
one card. Oh, so he's playing
Yep.
Calhoun, and does he inks the card that's not Gantu and that's not Lawrence.
Yep, that
so,
would be...
so it goes +3, so go up to 9. And
So
then Happy...
9. Happy might challenge the Maui here, or just not passes, so... I guess wants to keep that body on board to keep the Piglet active.
Alright, so he inks the Lawrence, which means next time he can get Gantu.
Gantu, yep. Which
so
is
Gantu will quest
chunk
for
of lore.
4, and kind of difficult to interact with. So his goal now is kind of get up to 16, which is, what, 7 lore away? It's manageable, but it's still a little bit far away, actually.
Yeah, at least on
Piglet's being
Ben's
challenged
side.
for sure.
Yep.
All right. So Din just turning on the gas.
Yep.
And Din, you would have to imagine his last card would have to be either like some sort of visions or focus your mind, right?
It looks like how far I'll go, which
Yeah,
may get sung this turn. I think we might see Tala sing it, and Maui has to challenge. So
yeah,
or Maui can also sing.
So
Actually.
Tala sing it because if you pick up a Pirate's Life of it, you can always get. Actually, no, the Maui. No, you can still sing it together with Maui and Tipo. Okay, no, he's all right. Cool. So he's going to sing it with Reckless.
Yep.
Top 2, 1 in hand.
Yeah.
One there.
So there was 2 potential lines there for Din. You can either keep the Tala on board and sing with the Maui,
Go quest for 1.
or you can keep the Maui on board and.
Sorry,
the Maui can go in and
Tipo
sing with the
quest
Tala.
Din up to 2, I think.
Yes. So we got 2, which.
All right. So
Yeah.
Calhoun can challenge into Tipo,
Yep.
gain your 2 lore, pass go.
Yeah, another interesting turn here for Ben. Din just examining what's in the discard pile there. So Ben, I think we might see Cindy, Ink, and then Gantu, but...
I think you hold off Gantu towards the end. I think you play your other cards, and then Gantu is the surprise card right at the end where it's like, oh, yeah, I've got you stabilized at 16, and you're like, Gantu, and it's like, oh, okay, don't have an answer to Gantu, right? So he gains 2 from that, goes to 11.
So goes to 11.
Inks is Cindy, and he's going to play Gantu, but So Gantu just represented, cool. I've got 4 pressing onto you, and let it go, all right.
Sings
cool.
Let It Go, so +1 lore with the shark.
Yep, +1 lore. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. Did he... that's smart before. Did he rip that off the top, the Let It Go?
I
think this...
not sure. I think so. I think that might have been a top deck, and then...
You wouldn't be putting that cheeky smile if you were holding it.
Yeah, I think so.
Ripping off the top of the deck, yeah.
Now we got the Grandma Tala coming down, so another card into Din's hand. Quest for 1.
These Grandmas just keep coming down, and they do a little bit of everything, you know? Good Grandmas just do a little bit of everything.
I think Din may have... I think there was a a on offer there.
Okay, cool.
So there's the Pete.
There's
the dock. So
okay,
yeah,
cool,
nice follow-up there for Ben.
And
so we've got a Storm and a Chempo.
He's thinking, all right, cool.
Passes.
And, well, keeping the Half Shark on his turn.
Yep.
And he just quests for free. All right.
So we got 11 to 7. So Ben's lore total is not looking too bad here on 11. Probably not the hand that he was after, with the Storms not doing a lot against this board. So Storm into the Shark, draw a card.
2
and Strength, yeah, so that can finish off the Shark, which is quite nice.
He's thinking about singing it, right?
Considering singing it here.
What's he going to use?
Got a Chempo, got another Storm, so...
Use the Strength of Raging. Oh, it's a time issue right now. So you do want to use Strength of Raising Fire, but you kind of also want to quest, right? So don't you just use your Ink to pay Strength of Raging Fire?
3.
Finish off the Maui, and then you can just quest for free.
Yep.
That puts you up to 14.
And then just hoping to draw some more of these high lore characters like a Gantu.
Yeah, if you go 14, it means that your Pete will trade against the Grandma or the Maui, and then, okay, cool, just like holding back apparently.
Yeah, so Ben, I think the patience here is because they've got the Bodyguard in hand, they want to get the Chempo down on the turn that they quest, so then it's defending the characters that are on board. The downside to this play, and we see a... Yep, so
right, cool.
What was that, how far I'll go? I think we saw a Develop Your Brain as well, so Din just looking for some cards. And... Pirate's Life there. So that
goes down to 9.
Yep, down to 9.
9 each, all right, cool.
And then quest.
+2, so Din is now up to 11. And now the tables have turned.
Yeah, so that Pirate's Life, again, just setting your opponent back to lore can be such a powerful effect. A lot of these decks kind of just want to get over the line at 20 lore. It's like if the game was to 21, you would not get to that. So they're really trying to cut it fine and get to exactly 20. And cards like a Pirate's Life can really disrupt the play patterns of some of these decks that are tuned to just get over the line.
Man, like, I look at this deck and it just looks so clean. It looks,
Yeah.
Everything has a simple task. It's like Grandma just like gets the pieces together.
Yep.
Maui goes in, just challenges the big stuff, and yeah, Maui Half Shark is just going to sit there and
Generate value.
generate value. It's so clean, like.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any sort of major weaknesses.
Yeah,
I can't think of a thing where it's like, what archetype or what cards would I include in my deck to really just kind of race this deck down? Or
Did we like overcomplicate Ruby and Sapphire with all these
maybe,
moving parts?
yeah, I
right,
know.
cool.
Why are we
So-
playing a million items and draw
So
cards?
Ben
Just-
Simmons, I think he quested for some. He was
Yep,
requested
quest
for free.
two,
turn?
I think.
Two,
there was
okay.
Pete Sung
Yeah, so I
and
think
the two dwarfs
Yeah,
quested.
so that would put him to 11
I
apiece.
think we got 11 apiece. Yep.
Maui just sung for a whole.
Has to challenge there.
Yeah,
so we've got the Super Goof coming out there.
Okay, so he gains 2 off that. I think he gained like 1 or 2 off a song. So I think
Nah,
he's
because
on.
the Half Shark got
the
banished
Half Shark
previous
is down,
turn.
yeah, cool,
Yep,
yeah.
there's just a Maui hero all left
Cool.
on the board. So Tala may challenge here. Might challenge the Pete just to not give the Calhoun a target, or might just quest. There's a few targets here, so this is a
Yeah, just going to one of the Happies, right?
Yep.
Because Happy's gain
the-
evasive as well.
into the docks.
Oh, Docs, yeah. And
And then there's a brawl. So
alright, cool.
so yeah, I think Ben
Ben
is
actually
not looking
Ben
bad at
can
all
actually
here.
go all right here.
Yeah, if Ben's able to find either there's something like a some sort of card draw. We've seen 2 of the Storms come out. Another one would be really nice here, but or just a big questing
he-
character.
Calhoun is enough to take out Maui, right?
Yep. So into the
So
Maui,
into a Maui,
+2 lore,
+2 lore, goes up to 13.
and both players are in
So you
top
can probably
deck
quest
mode.
that. Oh,
and
Piglet. All right,
Piglet.
all right. Yeah, okay. Does
Alright,
Ben run?
so-
Does Ben run Lilo? Does he have a Lilo?
Not
No, he doesn't have a Lilo. Okay.
currently.
Okay, so Din.
And there's
oh,
Din has
okay,
found a
Top
wheel.
2. All right, cool.
Oh, that
Alright,
was that was a
He's-
very so it was develop your brain into the Porpsicle into the Hiram, and then
Yeah.
Hiram eats the Porpsicle. So that was
Yeah,
a
okay.
really nice series of draws there for Din.
All right, so he's thinking. All right, he's.
And
All right,
develop,
uh,
probably looking for a brawl here if they can ink and then brawl
And
the
then goes
Piglet.
into Pete.
And,
All right,
yep,
cool.
into Pete.
Yeah, he wants to make Piglet as lunar as possible.
So it was
Dock off the top.
looking
Dock off the top.
Oh,
No, not dock off the top.
really
All right, cool.
needs the dock. So
Oh, just one.
quest for
Oh.
1.
Yeah, because
think
the
you have to
Hiram,
quest it, yeah.
is-
Hiram doesn't
yeah,
present a challenge.
Yeah, but he was like what? Maui maybe?
Or Rapunzel.
Oh.
Ooh.
All right,
Yeah,
so that
quest
goes
for
to 1.
Yep.
All right,
And
now
Rapunzel does quest for 2, so can get them up to 16. And
yeah,
if
he's just
Piglet-
hoping Din doesn't draw into a Maui or a super good,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, if Din doesn't have an answer for the
Oh,
Piglet,
they're comparing Lord Tortoise
Yeah.
right now.
if Din doesn't have an answer for the Piglet or doesn't have an answer for the Rapunzel, then if Ben can get another character down next turn, that Piglet's questing for 3, Rapunzel's questing for 2.
So that's quest for 5 in
By
total.
my count, that would
Put
get
him
them up to 19.
Yeah,
So the players are just comparing notes here.
yeah.
And we've got Din.
Hopefully our scores right.
Yeah.
There's a potential.
Now,
the goof off the
that
top.
was quite the answer that
All right,
Din
cool.
found
So
for that
yeah,
one.
so it goes +2.
So
So it goes
15 to
15.
14.
This is neck and
This
neck.
is so
All right,
close.
cool. Questing for 1.
16.
No
and
value. Oh,
and
make up
there's
mana.
the
All right,
mana.
all right,
It's
cool.
over.
And
The mana is
he
open.
moves them in. He moves Goofy
Yeah,
in.
moves Goofy in.
All right, cool.
And I'm not. Ben needs probably a storm here. Needs a storm.
Quest
on
for
the
2, go to
Goof,
16.
And
Oh,
yeah, they
Daisy,
scoop him.
and
So
that's it. All right. That was right down to the wire.
really close game there. It was
Yeah.
both players were in top deck mode, but I guess the Ruby Sapphire has sort of a higher card quality in the later game. So if
Yes.
you're both top decking, you're more likely to find good stuff. And as we saw there, didn't manage to find the wheel. And
Most of Din's cards, they are standalone good, so you can just play pretty much most cards.
Yep.
They will have some function. Like even Sailed as Right Sea, at the very least, it's got to draw
Cycles,
you another
yep.
card, right? I think Tipo arguably might be the worst card to draw.
I would think so.
think
Yep.
everything else is good. Like
Yeah, everything else, the Popsicle, Cycles.
anything else will at least draw your card.
Yep.
Like Grandma puts you another card. Most of the characters are all just good solid
Yep.
bodies. Yeah, it's all good. So
But yeah, Ben, that's the closest we've seen Din pushed in a few games. So yeah, it looks like I think Ben has a nice matchup here because he's got a very aggressively built deck, particularly with the Daisy Duck. It's just quite hard to remove in the early game, and it's questing for 2, and it's not generating a lot of value for Din.
see Ben, because he's looking towards like the bottom left corner of his eye, he's thinking about that game. He's running it through his mind, like, all right, what happened to the games? What are those critical turns? You know?
Yep.
He's trying to really review here. All right, cool. He's got the choice to whether go first or second. So this is his time to like take the initiative back into this game. So he's
Yep.
just picturing it in his mind. All right, cool. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3.
Yep.
And I think he's like, cool. Daisy turn 1 was good. Well, let's stick with that. Turn 2, like
Smee
was
was
all
good,
right.
yep.
Smee was all right. Potentially Piglet might be all right as well.
Yep.
So you can go turn 1 Daisy, turn 2 Piglet, and then before you quest with the Piglet on your third turn, you do play
your third character.
Play your third character. So that turn you're like pushing for 5, so it puts you up to 7, and that's before Din's reached
reached that point where they can drop the Mauis and they can drop the cards that can kind of answer
maybe
some of
that's
the stuff.
the strat, right? So
I think so, yeah. I think that's the cards Ben will be looking for. Definitely Daisy. Or even Daisy into double Daisy is probably the dream here.
If you go triple ducks, I think that might be the way to go, yeah?
I think that's just winning the game on turn 2 there, but...
All right.
Yeah.
Look at both these guys with their smiles,
Yeah, both having fun, both respect each other as players, and just really playing at such a high level.
Despite whatever's on the line, remember to smile.
Yep.
That's the most important thing you wear every day. Not this koala mask, but your smile.
Also important for the koala mask. Let's not doubt the koala mask, but
okay, all right.
And a fist bump there. That's what we love to see. So
I'd really love to see a game 3.
Yep.
So Ben, I'm hoping you'll make it a third game for us.
I think there's a really good chance. This is
not exactly what you want to see.
I think Din's seeing the T-po there, so at least he's got the ramp, but everything else...
he just keeps 1, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think you keep the T-po and send it back.
He's getting rid of 3? So
Ben,
Ben's got some stuff. All right,
pretty good hand.
All right,
if you're keeping 4 cards, so it looks
he's
like...
got Lilo, he's got Piglet. I didn't see the rest.
I saw the Lawrence there, so at least Ben's got the 1, 2, 3 curve, yeah.
Cool. What was his turn 1? Was it Daisy?
Daisy,
all right.
And then...
Cool. All right, I want to see this. All right.
So Ben's on the play here, and I think, the deck, because he's playing a tempo-oriented deck that's quite aggressive.
Let's see what happens when he goes, quote-unquote, optimal line early game.
Yeah.
So Ben goes 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Din goes turn 2, Sell Azurite C.
Or T-po, but I think Din had the T-po.
Oh, the double fist bump. All right, cool. All right, they buds now.
All right, so what has Ben got to ink here?
Yeah.
I think I see a mine in hand, which I would consider inking. It's probably
if Ben goes turn 3 Lawrence, Din will go turn 3 Grandma. If Ben can get Lawrence to run into the Grandma, he can then Rapunzel.
Draw 3 cards.
That might be the
that's the
line.
dream.
Cool.
Yeah.
So he goes develop your mind. Cool. Puts one hand, one to bottom. All right, cool.
And inks the T-po. So
okay, now he's just got to hope. All right, no value.
Quest for
Off
2.
the top.
Oh,
no value.
How far it'll go.
Goes right to the bottom. That's how far it'll go.
Never punish them,
right,
Ben.
cool.
So that's what we like to see.
Inka 2, and then
play the Lilo probably. I think Lilo's kind of nice in this matchup because you keep bringing it back. But the Super Goof and the Shark do have a good time if you keep playing that Lilo back. So, inking the mine, playing the Lilo.
Cool.
Just trying to put some pressure on Din here. I think that's a good approach. And Din nods his head. Yeah, respect. I think that's...
Cool. T-po.
All
right.
And what are we going to see put in the inkwell? Din just thinking carefully here. Doesn't have to reveal this card due to the T-po effect. You can ink any card. So, even we will not see what it is. And, looks like Din's made their decision and passes over.
All right,
so Ben's off to
got
a really strong start here.
All right.
He's rubbing the top decks on the ground.
Plus
so that's
4,
plus
puts him up to 6.
And Din finally hits there with a big smile. I think it was a Super Goof.
All right, so he's going Cinderella, and then what, Smee?
Another Lilo.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Lilo, come on. You got to redeem me. I've been saying how good
You've been saying how good it is all weekend, and sale for Din.
Cool.
So Din just looking to ramp up.
So he's going up to 5 this turn. All right. Is he doing the classic double ink brawl?
I think he will if he's got it. We did see a brawl inked earlier, so whether there's another one in hand.
No,
Goof costs 4, so
So double ink brawl,
6-0 at the moment. So Ben's got to be feeling good about this. Din really needs to hyper ramp into the B prep, but B prep into the Lilos does not feel great. Like, if you can just bring both Lilos back, I think Ben, and because Ben had 2 Lilos here, he's happy to play the line rather than trying to go for card economy and play a 3-drop. Just play Lilo plus a 1-drop, put maximum pressure on, and then just keep bringing the Lilos back.
You can really feel he's just like, oh, what do I do about this? All right, cool. So one the Goof goes down, and he brawls.
Brawl on the probably duck, I think. Yep.
You can challenge the Leos a little bit better, even though the Daisies can give you some resources. They just haven't been very successful. So you'd rather keep the easier bodies to challenge later on. All right, so that's plus 5.
That's for 5
to 11.
up to 11. So maximum pressure mode activated here for Ben.
Do you ink and go Lawrence?
I think there's a Chenpo. I think Lawrence got put in the inkwell
Okay,
earlier.
yeah.
So
Happy?
one for happy, and then the cards in hand look like a Chenpo and a strength. So Ben.
Oh, Ben, he was a player like from yesterday that just like stayed on like free ink for ages.
Yeah. He's
like,
not afraid to play on low ink.
He's did not invest in his ink futures.
Yeah, we see the Chenpo going, which makes sense. If you're on 3 ink and
cool.
you put the Chenpo into the inkwell, you're never going to be able to play the Chenpo.
He didn't spend free ink, so he passed on it. So Din was able to play Shark, and I think
Ben can find a character here though. He can sing and he finds the Piglet. That's a really nice one. So Cindy can sing. Yep.
Yeah,
got the singer sing.
So you need the strength of raising fire. All right,
yep.
cool.
And quest
Turn
for another.
5 more. Okay, all right.
So
we're cooking. 16. Yeah.
I don't think Din has the answers for 6 ink here. So, or no, Din must be on 7. Is there the B prep? There is. So here we go. So Ben puts everything into the discard pile, but Ben can potentially double Lilo there for the maximum value. Draws a card and just passes. Yeah, I like it. So Din just needs to keep answering these Lilos because, let it go. That's what we were talking about yesterday.
Oh, okay.
It's the one sort of permanent answer to the Lilo, but the second one's still there. Gets up to 18, and we got a Smee, we got a Chenpo in play. I think we might just see the Chenpo deployed here. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
I like it, and yeah, I'm not really. There's another B prep.
Oh, okay.
So Din just stalling for time here.
Putting it back out.
This is
how many answers have you got, buddy?
I know, and I think we'll just see. Smee would be lawful here if we see that played. Goes for the Piglet instead. I think that's just patience there from Ben. I think awaiting another beat.
Is it Pirates?
Pirates might be nice, but you're really just treading water.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Like in these situations, if you just play Pirates, you're just buying another turn, but you're not actually developing a board. I think Super Goof
actually,
is
the Pirates wouldn't have won
the
the game. Like, wouldn't have like survived the turn because he would have just played like another character.
Yeah, true.
All right, cool.
So yeah, that's probably the best answer that Din had. Goes up to 4 law.
But he just revives and plays another dude. And
So I think Din's just hoping that Ben can't deploy 2 characters here.
As long as he remembers to play Lilo at the start of the turn.
Yes, and then play the Smee before questing with the Piglet.
Don't goof up, Ben. Don't goof up.
Indeed. Don't
Don't
goof against
goof
the goof. That's what. Oh.
All right.
Cool. I see we're thinking the same thing here. All right. Yeah, we get
Correct.
the Lilo. We see the Smee go down.
Good job.
Wow,
Woo!
look at this.
All right.
Game 3 on our hands. This is what we want to see.
Okay.
Wow, that was, Ben just had the perfect curve that game. And
so
I think I was...
Rinse and repeat, baby.
Yeah. When I saw Lawrence go into the inkwell, I was like...
are we going to
Ben
have
must
to
have
upset
had a
it?
plan,
are we going to have to upset here?
Maybe. I think, Ben...
Is this the crazy thing where, look, Amber Steel is supposed to be bad into normal Ruby Sapphire, but now Ruby Sapphire in this version has just like shifted itself where it's now
it's trying to play the tempo deck.
Yeah.
Din's certainly more of the tempo Ruby Sapphire build, and we're getting it against the proper tempo deck, which is the Diggy Hole deck. And that just looked so good for Ben. Like, Din just couldn't do a thing that game.
Yeah, like it wasn't able to out-sustain the resources.
Yeah.
And just at the end there, just like those Lilos, if you're in like a almost game situation and those Lilos keep coming back.
He
was just forced to keep doing stuff. Yeah.
That's right. If you got Sharks, if you got Super Goofs already established on the field, you can kind of deal with them and gain resources. But if you don't, you can't just run out a Shark and let these 2 Lilos quest. You need to keep removing them. But yeah, it was just too much pressure from Ben there. Just had such a smooth early game. Turn 1 Daisy, turn 2 I think we saw the Lilo, and then turn 3 was Cindy Lilo. Just so much pressure. And yeah, Din doesn't have...
So Din on the play, and he's excited to get into it. I think Ben's pretty excited for this game as well.
Yeah, so one of the lines that the traditional Ruby Sapphire makes it strong.
So we got Daisy on the left side. So keep the Daisy, keeping the Lilo, and I think you keep the Lawrence.
Oh, is Din just shipped all 7? Oh. Yeah, that's not what Din wanted to see.
All right.
And Ben hasn't altered their hand yet, so they know that Din...
Oh, he's got 2 or 3 Lilos?
Yeah, got 3 Lilos, got a Daisy, we got a Cindy, so...
Do you just keep the cards that you don't want as well, so you've got guaranteed ink?
And also got the Storm, which you might want to sing with the Cindy. So, yeah, you might keep the Lawrence and ink that. But, yeah, I don't think Storm's good in this matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would potentially consider keeping Lawrence and just inking it, and then...
Yeah, because you can just always go 1-2, and then 2-1, and then
Yep.
2, and etc.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and yep. So, yeah, this is a...
Man.
Yeah,
I look forward to the turn where he gets board wiped and then immediately pays 6.
Yeah, pays
triple
6 and
Lelos.
triple Lelos straight back on the board. So, yeah, be prepared does not
Wait,
really
wait,
answer
is he,
Lelo.
is he think about it? Is he? Come on, please hold on to it. I want to see the meme.
Yep. Yeah, so...
He's keeping a Cindy?
Keeping a Cindy, possibly to ink.
Yeah, it reserves him the option depending on what he draws.
Yeah.
Yep. So, I think if he happens to draw like, Strength of Raging Fire and Storm Rage on,
Yep.
he wish he still had a Cindy to
Yes, to
cast
sing
him,
that
right?
card,
Yeah,
yep. Otherwise, yeah, you can put in your Inkwell and probably want to play the Daisy on turn 1 here and just
Alright.
go for maximum pressure. So let's see what Din got. Din had to alter 7 cards here, so it is a complete random what they've got in their hand at the moment.
Din is talking. Like,
Yep.
he's
I think
definitely-
he's
saying
looking a
some-
little bit nervous here to
yeah.
me. Din,
well, sometimes talking also just kind of settles your nerves. So sometimes,
yep.
you have certain players that would just like not say a single word and like be very minimalistic, and some would just blurt out tons of fun stuff. And
Yeah. I was saying earlier, one of the nice lines that Ruby Sapphire has on offer is turn 1, Popsicle, something like that.
Yep.
Turn 2, Ramp. Turn 3, you can sail and then deploy Sisu Daring Visitor for 3 ink.
Yep.
And that gets you up to 5 ink, plus
Din
you've got
going
that.
with the classic develop your mind. Look,
And
it's
looking for a card.
look at
Yep, how far ago a Tipo, I think.
he always looks so despondent every time he just
I
like
know.
top 2s, right? So many top 2s, and every time he just doesn't feel like. All right, cool. All right, so he inks the
And
Cindy.
we're
All
going
right,
to see the Daisy.
and then the Daisy. All right, cool.
Let's see if Din can...
All right, so Ben, you just got to pray that your Daisy holds up, right?
and doesn't generate too much value.
Yeah,
for
like
Din here.
that's what you're
Yeah.
praying that it just doesn't generate that much.
Yep, there's
Right,
Tipo.
Tipo, cool, no worries.
And
And now Din's like his hand goes way down now. So
down to
Three?
4 cards, I think. 4, yep. So, yeah, these additional cards from the Daisy could be critical here. If Din's going to ramp up quickly...
he's
they
doing the counter,
really
right,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Going to shrink the hand pretty rapidly. I think there was a how far I'll go in hand, so that will generate an ink next turn plus a card for Din, so that could be really good, but it's also on the slower side. Yeah, Din thinking hard here. This is probably the most pressure we've seen Din under for the whole tournament,
yeah.
so... And yeah, Ben just looking stoic,
I
staring at the
just
cards.
want to know what he put down there. Like, what was the 50-50?
Yeah. But I think Ben, triple Lilo is probably best case scenario
Well,
against this
I
matchup.
think it's only seconded by triple Daisy Ducks.
Yeah,
into
I think
triple
so.
Wheelers.
So we've got Pete. That's also a nice card in this matchup. We might see the Mine inked here, or the Lawrence. Yeah,
I think you can get away with inking the Lawrence.
Yep.
Just because Lilo's going to be your game plan for
Yep.
following few turns.
And-
Top card. Oh, he got a Grandma
Oh.
Tala. All right, he got some value.
Wow,
All right.
that's actually a very
he prayed
impactful
harder
draw
for
here
it
for
this
Din.
time. All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Just got to believe.
He needed those. He needed the Tala. All right, so you're going.
Are we going to challenge here? We might see the same play we saw in
same
game
strategy
1.
before,
Yeah,
right.
this is almost
Top 2.
exactly the same as game 1.
Oh, okay, that was a good top 2 for him because you saw how quickly he picked up one.
And then we see the challenge. So
put one onto Daisy.
Yep,
Cool.
just put game 1 on rewind, and here we go.
So free ink turn. So
Storm. So yeah, I think we'll see a Cindy inked, and then Cindy
2
Lilo.
and 1.
Yep.
All right, cool. Easy.
And we're going to quest for... I think we'll see the double quest here from Ben. I think Ben's
Yeah,
just
I
got to
think
keep their foot on the gas.
Yeah, you just keep pressuring, right?
Yep. Maybe considering whether it's worth questing with the Daisy here. He knows that Din's hand has shrunk a little bit, so might not want to generate the value, but yeah, we'll see what Ben decides to do.
I think don't change the strat. I think
I think Tried and
like,
True just keep turning sideways.
don't get
and-
nervous, man.
Yep.
No.
Oh, yeah. So Ben passes, doesn't want to give the nice trade for the grandma.
No, she just sings away. All right.
Yep.
Top 2.
And yeah, if Din has a Maui hero to all in hand, even though it can't challenge this turn because there's nothing ready, I think you just deploy that here and get ready to start chomping these Lilos. So Din, yep, inks the sail. There's the Maui, yep. And will we see the quest here from the Tipo? I'm not sure what additional value the Tipo could give this game, so we may
You
just
might
see
as
a
well
quest.
quest with it.
Yeah,
Like,
I think so.
I don't think any. Yeah.
I don't think
You're not worried if it gets challenged. It's
Yeah,
actually
that's
good for
right.
you if it gets challenged.
Yeah, it kind of
it
slows
keeps-
the game down a bit.
Oh, okay. Maybe he. Okay, so literally the only reason you would hold up is he doesn't want him to Rapunzel it.
Yeah.
Like run into it and
Yeah,
Rapunzel.
that might be
Yeah.
what Din's playing around. The one law is just not
Yeah,
worth
so
the
he's
risk.
like, all right, yeah.
So yeah, this could get interesting. If
Does
Din,
he have Raging Fire?
I think there was one. Yeah, so we might. Yeah, there's a strength, there's a Pete, there's a Lawrence. So I think we see the Lawrence and then Cindy all seeing strength.
So the thing is, like, do you strength for Raging Fire the Maui now, or do you strength for Raging the Half Shark that comes on the following turn, right?
Yeah, that's... Yep. How far I'll go, so that goes to the bottom.
So that's
yep.
That's good. So he moves up to 4.
And Ben, yeah, considering inking the Pete, this is a tough call. Very, very tough call here for Ben. I think 3 and playing the Pete. Yep.
Yep.
Makes sense.
All right, cool.
Sing the strength. And just quest for 4 here.
Quest for 4 here. But what's to stop Din from just going Half Shark?
Probably nothing. And I think if Din has the Half Shark or Super Groove, they're going to want to run out one of those this turn. I think Half Shark might be a little bit slow. There's a lot of pressure on the other side of the board here from Ben. So
Popsicle, all right.
Popsicle. Yep, we got the Half Sharks. We got Let It Go, but unable to play that this turn due to the Pete. We got Hiram, and I think we got Super Goof. So I think we'll see a Half Shark run out here. Otherwise, Super Goof does at least remove some lore from the board this turn, so it slows Ben's game plan down a little bit. But yeah, Ben is just looking phenomenal here.
Yeah, so if you play, so Grandma goes either.
Grandma probably into Daisy, I think, just to take.
I'm not sure if you're too worried about Daisy. Like, we randomly get some more value, but you don't really want to bother with the leaders either. So I guess, yeah, you go after Daisy because it's
I think
free.
Daisy because you can't bring Daisy back the next turn.
And then Super Goof into either Lilo or Cindy, but I could imagine Cindy being probably more relevant because you want Ben to overpay if he does have to do Strength for Raging Fire.
So, yeah, Din just looking a little bit stumped here. I think considering you can run out the Shark, which doesn't challenge this turn. It doesn't remove anything from the board, but it does sort of threaten fetching How Far I'll Go or Develop Your Brain from the discard pile. Otherwise, Super Goof at least answers something that's on the board right now and slows the game down a little bit. Or plan C would be you play Hiram and you eat that Popsicle and try and find the B prep. I think we might, this is a tough call here for Din. I think we might see the Super Goof come out and just try and slow Ben down a little bit.
So he's genuinely thinking, all right, cool, if I go Half Shark here, go Ink Half Shark, can he do a lot next turn, right?
And
so Ben basically has effectively one turn to really push a lot right now. So if he turns all this sideways, he gets +6.
Yep.
So he is really hoping for Strength of Raging Fire. If he has the Strength of Raging Fire, he locks us down.
Yep. No, we've got Double Storm and Lawrence in hand. So I think we might just see run out the Lawrence and just quest with everything. Just keep trying to apply pressure, keep going wider and wider, and just hope that Din doesn't have the Pirate's Life. I think if Din's got the Pirate's Life, it's looking a bit grim here for Ben.
Grandma Tala has 1 on her?
Nah, Grandma Tala got healed up by the Popsicle.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Din not worried about the value game. Now that he deployed the Shark, not too worried about using the Hiram. So we might sing this. Yep,
right, cool. And then maybe Strength into Raging Fire? No, it's got a Rapunzel.
Which
hasn't done anything mostly.
No, we haven't really seen Rapunzel go off this tournament yet. So Pete considering challenging the Tala here, which given that Din...
Which means that, yes, because he can sing an extra song with the Tala if it's still up.
Can also sing the Storm with the Pete as well.
8. So he can go... He could hypothetically go number 4, go to 12. It's so far yet so near, but yet so far, right?
Ben had such a hot start, but the game has just slowed down a little bit here.
Okay, so is there any realistic chance that he's going to be able to use this Rapunzel, right? No. All right, cool. All right, cool. Storm Rage on.
One line that I have seen.
What do you rate? All right.
Oh, here we go.
Plus 4. He goes up to 12. All right, so he's locked things away. He technically does have some...
Is it 12 or 10? I've got him on 10, but I think I may have miscounted here. I think it's 10, yeah. Because, and Pete's blocking... Yeah, so Ben's just played the card upside down to show that it was played this turn, so it's not exerted and it's not able to quest. Yep. I've seen some players doing that this game.
Yep.
I think it's 10-0, so... I think he was on 6, yeah. So, and so, yeah, Din...
But he turned over 2 Lilos, didn't he?
Yeah, but didn't quest the previous turn with one of them, so...
Okay.
All right, so we might see the Super Goof come down here to answer one of these Lilos. Shark is on 4 now, so that that double storm on the shark, I think that was just to put it in a position where...
Well, I think he was just digging. He was just like, all right,
Yeah.
need to see if I can get another card, right? Because he was hoping that, you know, the next card would either be another storm or another strength of raging fire. Yeah, so now he can run it in. He does pick up one thing, but he does pick up an action, but the Maui get traded off.
So can't play actions this turn here for Din, so we might see the super goof.
I think
up Maui here. Yep, that's nice. At least takes.
What did he pick up from his Maui challenging in?
I didn't see whether it was the developer brain or the how far I'll go.
So Ben
and
only
quest 1.
Yeah, so quest 1. So Ben only with 3 ink, so he
can't res both Lilos this turn from the discard.
Maybe he should have inked one of his cards.
Yeah, maybe the Rapunzel or the
because he's locked out. There's a lot of stuff that's holding back if he doesn't revive these. I think you still do revive them, right?
I think
all right, so yeah,
Ben's
okay, so he's
not too worried about the value game at this stage.
I think you have to ink this turn for sure.
I think Ben, the game plan might be send Pete into Tipo here and then draw off the Rapunzel, and yeah, there's no obvious trades on the board here for Ben, and played a lot of the removal out of the deck already. I think we've seen 1 strength. And
so he's got Rapunzel in hand. He's got Lawrence out.
Lawrence out. So this is probably the Lawrence play.
And then
Doc? Happy.
No, Happy.
So I think that the plan here from Ben is just to keep bringing the Lilos back for the rest of the game. So it's essentially play whatever's in your hand out if you need to, and then just keep bringing the Lilos back. I don't mind this from Ben. I think holding onto the Rapunzel, you could play the Lawrence that turn, ink the Happy, and then try and get the Lawrence into the Tala and draw 3 cards from the Rapunzel. But I think Ben might find that line a bit slow and just wants to put as much pressure on the field as possible. And that is bad news for Ben there. All right. Develop your brain, so +1. And yep, Din does not mess around when he selects cards. He looks at the 2 and just within a couple of seconds has made a choice.
Sings,
puts let it go on the Lawrence. Yep.
Gains 1.
Gains 1. And double sings Yo-Ho. So +3 up to 6. -2 for Ben down to 8. So yeah, it feels like the tide has turned on this game, and Din has pretty nice control over the board. So we've got 6 to 8. Ben pays 4 to bring the Lilos back. And yeah, now this half shark is just going to have a field day with these Lilos. So
yeah,
Ben's got 5 in the Inkwell, I think, and 1 card in hand, something like that.
Yes, he literally can't do anything.
Yeah, unless there's no good trades available either. I think Ben just needs to quest here and hope for the best. Yep. All right. So 1. Yep. Takes the value trade into the Tipo. Could send the Happy into the Tala, but yeah, the longer this game goes, the worse it gets for Ben here. Ben really needs to win the game in the next probably 3 turns. Otherwise, Din's just got the card quality.
His Lilos are exotic, which means Maui goes in and grabs another one,
fetches more value. Yeah,
it's another Pirates and
so it's looking very good for Din here. It was looking a bit scary. I think Ben had a really hot start, but just Din managed to slow the game down in the mid game, and now with this shark out, it's going to be very difficult for Ben to deal with. And we got the 2 Mauis. We got the half shark and we got the hero to all. So these both answer the Lilos every turn. And Din's just feels like Din's got full control of this game at the moment. So
gains another 1.
Quest with the Pete, so that's up to 7. Din draws. And can fetch
and for rest of the
Pirate's
game,
life. Yep.
Yeah, Lilo's just going to have Groundhog's Day with that same Maui every single turn.
And are we going to see the Pirates this turn, or is Din just? I think
you just
want another shark in hand. Yeah, just keep developing your board and.
All right, cool. Game 2.
There's
go to 8.
Develop and goes up to 10 now. 10, yeah, with the 2 sharks on board, that's up to 10. So we got 10 to 7 in Din's favor, and Ben. Probably,
you just have to draw from top. Like
it's bringing these Lilos back. You just can't do that at the moment with the 2 sharks facing them down and with the Pirate's life in hand. It's all right. So Rapunzel, not bad here, and gets a Piglet that unfortunately Ben's on. How much ink's that? 4. So can sing the Storm with the Pete, try and get an ink and get the Piglet down, but. Or with the Cindy, actually, which has the Singer. So you could send Pete into Hero to All. Yep. Sing the Storm. No, it just passes. Makes sense. Doesn't want to leave an exerted character on the board. And there is the McDucks. And sings the Pirate's Life, so up to 14.
It goes down
-2 for Ben. And yeah, Ben's just between a rock and a hard place here, and quest for 15.
The signature didn't move of just moving his...
Everything into the mana whenever they're sparing. Din knows what's up, so...
Okay, so here's the thing, right? When you move your characters to your location, do you put them on top of the picture or do you put them on top of the text? So you put them on top of the text. If you put them on top of the picture, people can read the text. But if you put them on top of the text, people can like identify what picture it is.
Look at what picture it is, yeah. All right, so Din drawing here. Can quest up to... Oh, sorry, got 2 from the mana, I think, so up to 17. How far I'll go...
That's like another 2.
There's another 2. And
I think he just plays an action. He's done, right?
19. An action or just quests. And quests. And may have miscounted. That might be 19. But, yeah, I think Ben doesn't have any way to gain 15 lore this turn and just doesn't have an answer for anything that Din's got on board. So, looks like we got 19 and, yeah. Unfortunately, Ben, again, had a really hot start. But, yeah, Din just managed to, with the both forms of Mao, he was able to slow the game down in the mid-game. And, yeah, Ben's just completely out of juice at the moment.
He's thinking about the Lilos. But
yeah.
No.
The game's not going to go another turn, I don't think, so... Yeah, Ben just deciding...
So the question is, like, what top decks could possibly be better than double Lilos, right?
That's, yeah. That is what Ben's considering at the moment.
So it's like...
Does have a Storm in hand.
So right now he's got, what, 8 lore? Like 8 available?
8, yep, 8. So can get up to 13.
But like, you can't push an extra 7.
Yeah,
there's no way to stop the Mauis either.
Yep.
Puts 1 Lilo out.
All right, so we're going to sing Storm here and just look for a top deck.
Okay.
All right. Gets the Calhoun and scoops it. Yeah.
Good games.
Yep,
and
well played.
That is Din getting...
Yep, Din breathing a big sigh of relief there. So, yeah, Ben really pushed him to the limit, especially in Game 1. That Game 1 was so close, and Ben was just inches off getting to 20 lore. But, yeah, Din just showing the power of the Half Shark there with the cycle. So... If you can keep playing a Pirate's Life, bringing it back with the Half Shark, and then playing it again, you're just constantly setting your opponent back, and it just buys you turns. That's the real power of the card. It just buys you 1 or 2